We did a comparison to find out in St. Kitts what it would be if you built a house versus getting a house that was already built. You didn't have to hassle with any of the hassles that come with it. And we've got the cost factor here for you to show you the difference, and it's astounding, the difference. We just sold a house, to give you an example, in Bird Rock, which is a development on the edge of Basseterre, St. Kitts. And that house was originally priced quite a bit higher, but the appraisals here are done on replacement cost and not actually, what the appraisal would be on marketing. In other words, what that house would actually sell for. And this is why it's very confusing. The appraisers a lot of time will do replacement cost and not market value, and that's not what you want to do. You want to look at what have the houses sold for. I'm going to give you those figures today. Also, if you go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, we got other videos. If you want to get your taxes real low, we'll show you how to do it, get it to zero if you want, and how to get a second passport in as quick as 4 months. And no residency requirements and no language tests have to be taken. All right, let's get started. The way it works is we just sold a house in Bird Rock not too long ago. To give you an example, the figures were actually $39 US per square foot to actually, that's what the house actually sold for, at $39 US a square foot. We shopped around for the cheapest building contractor that we thought would be anywhere near decent, where we would not have a problem, going to court and so forth. And just to tell you, the same $39 US a month buying, and this is a house that's sold, okay? So we're not talking about what they're listing it for. This is what it sold for, was $39 US a square foot. The cheapest was, and this is basic material. We're not talking about granite countertops. We're not talking about, fancy marble. We're talking about the cheapest basic stuff that you can put in a house. The cheapest we could come up with was $130 US a square foot. Now think about this. The other figure, with a house that's already built, everything's already done, was $39 US a square foot. To build it, the cheapest we could find was $130 US a square foot. That's just nowhere close. It's just incredible, the difference. And that's a huge buying opportunity. Now, why is it this way? Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Most of these houses that are selling for that have been on the market for a long time. And what's happened is these duties and stuff, they've actually, because emerging markets is down right now, which is good for you, because if you're buying, now's the time to buy. But they're absorbing the custom duties, all the import duties and all the stuff that came in. They're actually getting hit on that, okay? So by buying at a cheap price, you're not getting hit on that. When you go through a building contractor, he's not going to do that. He's going to charge you everything because he's getting hit. He's not going to, a lot of times they build, when they got you in, so the house is not sitting there. It's very hard to get really a great deal with a building contractor because if they don't sell it, they just wait until the market comes back. So, you're in most cases, you're a lot better off getting a house that's already built, especially with, we're looking at roughly about a 66% difference. And I'm going to show you another house right here to give you an example. This one is in Half Moon Bay. We've got listed. I'm going to go behind it where you can see it better. It's the pink house right there. This is the house next to it that we're hitting first. But I'm going to go behind it so you can see. We're going to walk up this hill. But this has got incredible views. I'm going to show you the views of the ocean that it's got, which is a lot better than this view here by getting behind it. That one is at $44 US per square foot. The lot is around 16,000, it's actually over 16,000 square feet of land. And it's got a slope. As you see, I'm walking up a slope here right now. You want that. The reason you want that is someone ever builds in the front, you want to be on the highest part of your lot line in the back. That way you're looking way over his roof and he's not blocking you out. If you're on a flat plane and there's a guy builds in front of you and you're flat and he's flat at the same level, you're going to get blocked out. You don't want that. A lot of people don't think about that when they build, but you want to slant, because what sells here is views. If you don't have a good view, you're competing against tons of people that do. and it's going to be a lot harder to resell your house. So this is the slope I'm going up right now. So we're going to go up this way. The house is listed at $480,000 US. They dropped it from just under $700,000 US, and it's really priced great right now at $480,000 US. It's got just under 6,000 square feet of inside space. The lot is over 16,000 square feet. So it's a nice sized lot. And I'm going to go in. All right, here's the entrance here. Going in. It's got a fence going around it. All right, but look at the views out here. The views are fantastic. As you can see right here. Now, on the back of the house, now I've got another video that you can see this house even clearer on the back. It's just a little bit earlier video than this one. And I'll just walk down here where you can see a little bit better. These houses out here run up to about 1.5 to 2 million, depending on where they are, US. The house is really big. What's happened is when the emerging market equities had a big hit back in 2007, and it bottomed out around 2009. The market sunk here pretty much, but it came back, but it's still, it's tied to emerging market equities. And emerging market equities have not pierced the 2007 high. Now real estate has here, but the equities have not. But that's a good sign to you because the U.S. market's gone way over that point as far as the equities have gone, and the real estate's gone too. So the prices on equities and real estate in the U.S. are way overpriced now. Here's you can buy at a steal bargain because this is tied to, this EC dollar is tied to the US dollar. So when you're going to see a huge run up in the market here is when the dollar plummets. And we're actually pretty close to that point now, because the average time period that the dollar has a bull run is usually about 11 years plus or minus. But we see we're already at that point now from 2009 up to this point now. And when it does plummet, what happens, emerging markets can go way, way, way up at that point. It does inverse to what the US dollar does. And one reason is it's cheaper for people in Europe and also the UK to buy real estate over here, because their currency goes up against the US dollar. So they can, to them, it's even a bigger bargain. So, but once that happens, then you have a huge frenzy in buying real estate. This is what happened in the early 2000s when the dollar plummeted back then and had a real low point. So if you want a real good deal, this is the time to be buying while the dollar is still high. And the prices over here have really gotten low, so you can get some really good steals. Also, now this house doesn't qualify for citizenship, but it does qualify for residency, so you can get permanent residency here as long as you invest at least $300,000 in a property. Anywhere in St. Kitts, it qualifies to get permanent residency. So you can live here as long as you want. You won't have to, you can just come and go as much as you want. And long term, it will qualify for citizenship. It takes around 15 years of permanent residency to do that. If you want to get citizenship quick here, you can do it in 4 months, but you'd have to buy, in the citizenship development and pay some government fees, and there's some background check fees on top of that. And you have some legal fees to take care of all of this. So, but if you're looking for a place that you're trying to really lower your taxes, there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. property tax here runs 0.20% of whatever you're buying, and there's 100,000 US, there's a 30,000 US dollar exclusion before the 0.20% kicks in. So in other words, if you got a property that's 100,000, then the first 30,000 is excluded roughly, and then 70,000 is taxed at each year 0.20%, which is only $140 a year on that first 100,000. That's really cheap. New Jersey, they charge anywhere from 13 to 15 times higher in property tax, and then on top of that, they got a ridiculous state income tax, and then you got the federal tax. There's no state or federal income tax here at all. Now, if you're a U.S. citizen, I've gotten other videos explaining that. You're still required to file your taxes. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can still qualify for the foreign earned overseas exclusion. I'm going to have a different video on that because that has changed. The limit gets higher every single year. Now it's $107,600 per person. It goes up every year, and a husband and wife can take that deduction if they have earned income, but that's only on earned income. It has nothing to do with investment income. But anyway, we got other videos on that if you go to our website, and you can pick up the information on that too. But like I said, if you want a really good deal, now's the time to do it while the dollar's high. And now the difference between building a house and buying an existing house, the disparity, I don't know if any difference there's been any greater in the history of St. Kitts than that. I mean, that's incredible. We're looking at, around 60-70% almost drop between the difference in price per square foot between building versus buying an existing house. And like I said, this one here is around 44 US dollars a square foot. That's around 480,000 US dollars. And of course, when you figure out square footage, you have to take the lot out, which we did. We took the lot price out and did the square footage of the house itself. And then you don't have the hassles of getting a building contractor. That in itself is probably worth 100,000 US to me. But anyway, if you got a question or comment, put it below. And also, if you want new videos as they come out, hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen. You'll get these videos automatically. You don't have to search for them. So you hit that screen, that little subscribe button to the right of your screen. That way you can get all these videos automatically. We'll keep you up to date with changes here, new ideas. This can save you tens of thousands of dollars, folks, if you get these videos and learn before you do things. This is the way to do it. Also, we deal with 74 different countries, not just St. Kitts. So if you're interested in another country, we deal with Latvia, Singapore, Russia. We deal with almost every country that you would want to go to, okay? But you need to go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and then at the top where it says apply with us, hit that button, and then questions will come up, fill those out, and then it says send to us. Send it to us, and then we'll get back with you, and we can help you out based on the questions that you gave us. And I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.